kind of selections. Burn team on the forefront. She kind of day, man.
Yes, people.
And as we have done for many Fridays, it is Real Talk Live, selected by our magnificent team members. So let it be known that I had no input into the selection of this topic. It's going to be hot. Mrs. C and Angel. Wagwan.
Mr. McCallman.
Mr. McCallman.
Get Mrs. McCallman on the line.
Kenton Wagwan, man. Yeah, so we have a new feature. Pleasant night. Look who.
Good night, Miss Andrews.
So, Miss Andrews, Angel, Kenton, everyone coming on the live, big up yourself. Yes. Tomorrow, Miss Lady. Yeah. We have a new option.
Yes.
Chica J is going to place in the comment section the WhatsApp option where you can send your voice notes via WhatsApp, and you can call in via WhatsApp and share the vibration live on air. Burn team.
Yes.
Real Talk Live on the inside, on the ones and twos. And the topic for today, I had no bearings with this topic, people. Let it be known. Chica, what's the topic for today?
Kama Sutra.
Karma, not karma, Kama. Kama Sutra. It is the topic that was selected by unanimous vote by the Burn team members. So if you're looking at this on YouTube, feel free to subscribe. Pick up yourself, Junior. Missing Junior in the gym. Yeah, we're frightened. He say from next week he outside permanently. Big up Dwight on the inside. Big up yourself. To all the guys who know about the warm up. Man, we said too much warm up, you know, it's set. The topic for today is Kama Sutra. Selected by the ladies of the team. I had nothing to do with this. I am here to facilitate the ladies and whoever gentlemen present on the live. So we have the WhatsApp option. You can say your highs, your hello, your doings, your good morning, your good evening, your good night on the WhatsApp. Yes, Junior, I know you're outside from next week. You're missing the I Am Nation.
That from next week.
Yeah, I'm a soldier too. So this is the WhatsApp number, so feel free to send your WhatsApp in and we will have it on air live as we moving forward with today's vibration tonight, tomorrow, whenever you look at this.
Yes.
I find Chica saying plenty yes. This is the ladies section. I am here just to facilitate this scenario. Yes, so before we move forward, you just want to, hail up everybody, give it up yourself. Touch base, tell your friend, tell your family, Junior, the topic is Kama Sutra. So, we believe in getting into the word, and dissecting the word, understanding what the word means. We will get into the origin, we'll get into how it was made, how it came about, what was the reason. Bring up Trevor G on the inside.
So you have Trevor saying, I like how you say you are here to facilitate the ladies. Real Kama Sutra, man. Talk now.
So that is exactly.
And it's so funny that normally all the ladies are on one time, and today all the men come on one time.
So fellas, this will be beneficial to the guys, because it would give us a little insight of the how, as we'll say in training up your game, learn about the crazy other half, and what are some of the things that will get you or get them to experience that type of feeling on a higher level. I could talk about this thing like if it's baby. I could PG-13 this thing down to science.
And I will be facilitating the calls and the text messages.
So Trevor G, big up Trevor G on the inside. Trevor, put your link in the description. You know, follow Trevor on Facebook. He has his online concerts and stuff. So music is a mission, not a competition. So Trevor G, we have the WhatsApp option. You could send your highs in the WhatsApp section. You could send your hellos, how the thing going. So people in the comment section using WhatsApp or the comment section, tell us what Kama Sutra means to you. What you think the meaning of Kama Sutra in the comment section before we start to get into the depth.
Yes.
Chica?
Alright, so you all don't forget to share the live, like and share, as well as if you're looking at it on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, like, leave a comment.
Like all the fellas outside tonight are feeling strong.
And if it is you missed the number, which is in the comment section, it is 1-868-346-0730. It is 1-868-346-0730. That's the number where you can call or send a voice note.
Utilize the WhatsApp option. This is Burn Team. The topic for today is Kama Sutra. And we're going to get into it in a short. We have our point forms. Yes, you're early. And he said early. So set yourself. So use the WhatsApp. And he said we have a WhatsApp option. So you could say hello. You could say the Arich in the WhatsApp section.
Yes.
You could call us live on air. So we want to know, guys, in the comment section, whether it be WhatsApp or the comment section, what is Kama Sutra? What is the meaning of Kama Sutra to you?
Don't forget, when you call or send a voice note, say who you are, where you're from, and say you're watching Real Talk Live. That's the access phrase.
So the style is, my name is Lion, and you're watching Real Talk Live. That's the access phrase. Big up Nika on the inside. Yes, Kenton, love up yourself. Kenton, share the live, eh? Right.
Yeah, Kenton. So, Anisia, what does Kama Sutra mean to you?
So we want it either in the comment section. I'd like to hear what you ladies or guys think Kama Sutra is.
Yes.
And we will get into the meanings of such things.
Alright, so your Trevor G just dropped his YouTube link, so you can check him out. And the new is Julie.
Yes, Julie Wine.
Julie Wine.
Julie Wine, Trevor G produced Christmas or Soca Parang Vibration. As I always say, music is a mission, not a competition. So, what is Kama Sutra to you people? We will give you all our point forms as we progress.
Yes.
So chicks, you know, the narrator for the night, I taking a back seat, I buy the...
Good night, Abby, you know we're looking up for your voice note, so this time you might give us a call.
Watch now, Abby.
So Abby is saying connection.
Yeah.
So Abby is saying Kama Sutra to her means connection.
Right.
Nice,
Feel free to put in the voice note.
Yes.
This is Abby and you're watching Real Talk Live. Watch love. So we're going into it.
Yeah. So what is Kama Sutra? What's the origins? Right? So Kama.
Oh, she
Kama. Yes, I'm making sure I take my time so everybody can hear nice and clear. Alright, so Kama, it means desire, yeah, pleasure, love, or sex.
Now, I want you all to listen to it slowly.
Desire, pleasure, love, or sex.
Now, listen again, people. The topic for today is Kama Sutra. Big up to big, go in the house. Now, here what's going on, people. We have a WhatsApp option. Big up Sonali Bartholomew. We have a WhatsApp option. You all can call us via WhatsApp, or you could send a voice note and we would deal with you guys on air, live, on Real Talk Live, Burn Team style. Chika will recite the number one more time for the new people.
It is 1-868-346-0730.
We build the radio station yet. So Chika again is going to give you we want to take our time and we want to understand the word Kama Sutra.
Yes.
Kama is
desire, pleasure, love, or sex.
Or sex.
Yeah. And all, a lot of times, are linked with one another.
Right. So,
a lot of times.
That is the meaning of Kama.
Yes.
K-A-M-A. So you hear people saying Karma Sutra, like, it's not karma, it's Kama.
Yes.
Kama Sutra. So, what is the meaning of Sutra?
All right. So, Sutra in Sanskrit, which
is
a
yoy.
It's from India origin,
right?
It means thread, but it also means text. Yeah, simple.
So in the medical field, you would hear they ask for sutures to stitch together, right? So the meaning of sutra is from the Sanskrit version of what area? What is the area? From Sanskrit, you see something in this? What could have been Chika?
And when it is in multitasking, right? So we have a WhatsApp message. So I was heading over to the WhatsApp section.
Yeah, but
that's all. Yeah. So Sanskrit is from India.
So when we hear Sanskrit, we are speaking about India. So the origin of the word Kama Sutra.
India. Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
And
we are going to the
Big up Mrs. McCallman on the inside.
Hi, good night. I don't know, it's Mrs. McCallman. We are watching Real Talk Live, and you don't know it's Kama Sutra night. All you get prepared, it's going to be hot.
Oh my!
So you see why I get distracted.
I hope Mrs. McCallman have all this energy for trading in the morning. Big up yourself. Nice vibration.
Yes.
You make me smile this Friday.
Yes. So
Sutra is in Sanskrit basically
thread, and it is also translated into text. So the word Kama Sutra is basically teachings on desire. That's what it translates to.
So in the goodly guys at Oxford, when they translated the word Kama Sutra, it is the teachings or the art.
Get into your vibes.
Yeah. Right? So it is the teaching or the art of
desire.
We have on desire.
Yes, we did.
Right? We did a live on desire. So people in the comment section, in WhatsApp section, tell us what Kama Sutra really is to you. So now we got the 8 words, Kama and Sutra. We got the English translation of what it entails.
Yes.
Right? So, feel free now. We heard connection from Abby.
Yes, we did.
So we're waiting on you guys to tell us. So we have Kama as what? Love?
Kama as love.
Sex is last, eh?
Yes, sex is actually last.
You realize
it started off with desire.
Desire first. Yes? So, we'll move on to the point form as we wait on people.
Yeah. So we will.
What do you hear like that?
The thing is, when people hear Kama Sutra, and you all, I'm very sorry, but I'm unable to pronounce the water's name, right? I do not plan to twist my tongue, so I will type in the comment section the name of the author who would have written the book on Kama Sutra. And he was a scholar, yeah, and he wrote this nice book, and everybody think of it as just sex and positions, but the book didn't only teach about that. Kama Sutra is not only about these sex positions. It's about, as Anicia said, but it would have been Abby, connection, and sexual healing.
Very
Anicia
good.
saying
Anicia, we're waiting on the
sexual healing
on the WhatsApp,
and that is very important. It shows the different ways. I mean, like even touch, a simple touch, is very important in getting the connection started. So even when we spoke about Trevor.
into the comment section for this long. Trevor, utilize the WhatsApp, please.
Right now, Trevor G just put something in the comment section that you all can take a look at and read, because we will be reading all of it.
Trevor, try and utilize the WhatsApp.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
So just
hi.
Good night.
Good night, who?
Shamil, Mom Shamil.
Big up Shamil on the inside. The topic is Kama Sutra. Place in the comment section. We have a voice note section. Miss Shamil. Yes, that you could send your voice notes, or you could call in and weigh in on the topic, which is Kama Sutra. So to recap for the people who are now joining us.
Yes, Kama is desire, pleasure, love, or sex.
Or sex, eh?
Yes.
You had or. Or sex. Let's go.
Thread in Sanskrit, and it is translated into text as well. And we have Mrs. McCalman saying sexual desire for your partner.
Interesting.
And Trevor G is watching us on Facebook on the big screen. When he said Facebook stars, and we don't miss quotes.
Alright, big up yourself,
Yes.
Trevor. You see, when you type in the law, it would be nice to hear. It would be easier for the people. Remember, when we're using the voice note, everyone will get a better feel.
Yes.
And,
so you'll send the voice note. Tonight is the night to send the voice note.
I know about our partner. That tonight is the night.
Tonight is the night.
Night ain't no night. Right? So, right, people, the word thread, sutra, I always believe is to stitch together. And thread, or sutras, which is sutras, the stitching together of a wound, a cut, a bruise, or something that is an open wound. Thread is needed to stitch that wound. So sometimes people have gaps in their sexuality.
Yes.
So in the book itself, some people really go off on just the hot part, right?
Yes.
But understanding the philosophy of it is even more profound, and it would assist you more in that area of your relationship.
Yes. We're going to the WhatsApp.
She going off.
Good night, everyone. This is Abby from England, and you're watching Real Talk Live. Nice, good stuff. Kama Sutra. Other than connection, I mean, this connection is like a deeper connection, like into me I see connection or into you I see connection. This is like real personal,
Yes.
intimate, like the real deal connection.
Yes. Alright? Vibes, vibes, vibes.
So we are seeing big
from Tennessee. So we have
Yes.
Tennessee on the inside, and we have England on the inside, Trinidad on the inside, and Tobago on the inside. We multi. So V,
Yes.
the topic for today is
Kama Sutra. So we're going to the message board and then we're going to repeat what Kama Sutra is.
V. We have a WhatsApp option, so you could send your WhatsApp
Yes.
and you could call us from Tennessee if you feel like.
Yes. So we have Anicia saying, is being passionate, not just choke breathe. It's all about pleasing your partner.
Kind of dry.
And she said, go the distance.
Oh my, this distance is this infinite distance it happened.
Abby. And Sonali is saying, Kama Sutra teaches you the different ways and how a connection is created and developed between partners.
Good vibes. So if you're looking at this on YouTube, feel free to subscribe. V from Tennessee, go post the YouTube channel. And if you're looking at this on Facebook,
Like and share.
so karma means
Desire,
desire,
pleasure, love, or sex.
That's so. And sutra means
Thread
thread or
or
text.
text.
Yes. Right. So I seen people warming up,
All right.
and we are allowing
So
people to.
the number for WhatsApp is 1-866-346-0730. And I will drop it again in the comment section.
Right? So you can send your voice notes. Abby from England utilizes this feature. It's faster, it's more efficient, and you get to hear yourself live on the live in Real Talk Live on a Friday night. Chica taking her breath out there. Moving along.
Yes. So, before we get into,
Before we get into the nitty-gritty.
we have Rihanna. Riri.
Hey, Riri here?
Yes, who we
Big
haven't
up
seen in a long time.
Riri must be married and thing.
Good thing about sex is wrongs.
Well, you see some people, and I mean, I have heard, this has been coming up in a lot of our relationship situations or lives. Ladies especially are bringing up the going the distance. This is like the sixth woman I hear with the going, Anissa said going the distance. Riri saying wrong. So wrongs mean going the distance. Wrong 1, wrong 2, wrong 3, wrong 10. I don't know. Match or a football match, so I don't know how much wrongs is the wrongs, right? But you're hearing a lot of sustained length of time. So with not when we're dealing with Kama Sutra, I think the once you have that connection, the 10 wrongs sometimes is nice.
Anicia said 25 wrongs.
Anicia said 25 wrongs, right? Only don't stalk Anicia in the WhatsApp or the Facebook, right? I mean, when I hear length, most of the time is that it takes so long to reach your peak.
Right, and people focus on that too much about reaching the peak and they don't take the time to enjoy the moment.
So when we understand the Kama Sutra, it is
yes.
And the teachings of pleasure and love and desire and sex falls a wee bit off, because you need to understand that in the teachings of Kama Sutra must be met before sex. And this is our issue. We never had anyone to sit and talk to us, maybe as youths coming up. We didn't have anyone to explain to us certain things, so we went into sex kind of like fish out our right? You know, your first time, you know, you had no guidance.
And then it was like, oh, just sex is like, it is bim bam, thank you.
But what I'm saying,
Yeah.
this, as I say, I love points of view, because this shows us that we need to take a step back and ask ourselves where are our at when coming to that area of the relationship.
Yes, we have another voice note.
I don't know why she just bring up your face like that when you hear the voice.
Abby again, and you're watching Real Talk Live. I have a question. Both of you, have you ever tried any of the positions? And if you have, could you give us in words, if you can, the feeling of that experience with your partner?
Yeah, man. This is interesting. This is Abby jump straight into the ins and outs. Very interesting. I'm gonna take a sip before I speak of such thing.
Right.
Comment
so
section.
we are going to the comment section.
We comment here, we don't frighten. You know
We
me.
have Trevor saying, yeah, talking for everyone there, partner. And Rihanna is saying, but lion, sex is not everything in the relationship.
True.
Love, attention, and having time for your partner.
What is the whichever talking about? Distance? Look, I am not a driven person. So it have guys that kind of put themselves out there saying that, all right, I am man 5 rounds 20. I passed that stage since junior primary school. That is not me. So what we right, and it is about actually, as Abby asked the question, about the feeling, the passion, the energy, and in coupled with the position. Right? There are some positions in Kama Sutra you can't go 5 rounds with. Somebody positions in Kama Sutra, their leg can't even reach the position. That is why people who deal with yoga would understand Kama Sutra better, because of the training they go through. They open their hips, to open the back, to get the full stretch, because it is a very elastic type movement. Yes?
Yes.
A comment here, Abby, I know you're waiting. Right, so Abby spoke about, let's get into some of the positions that was always there, but it came from Kama Sutra. Right?
Yes. Number 1.
Number 1.
Doggy style.
So in the comment section, please, if you did or didn't know that doggy style was actually a Kama Sutra position, please in the comment section or in the WhatsApp section. Yes, Abby. And Abby, there are positions that I would call, my girl Jada say, entanglement. Entanglement positions that give you a feeling that is not the same as a, let's say, missionary, right? Because of where your hips sit and where your partner hips go back to yoga. Because some of the more advanced, maneuvers, it would require you with some flexibility, and to start at it's just like training, You have to start at beginners before you move on to advance, because of sometimes where your leg would be as opposed to that feeling, and sometimes some to that place. So there are some beginner positions, we have some here, that would get you in new vibration. But I would say that there are, and I'm going to tell you which that because of where you are, it feels totally different. Moving on. Chica?
So,
Message board. The message board.
going to the message board.
Yeah.
Trevor is saying that you said we grew up learning X, Y, Z. So when you're talking about,
No, but I don't think all of us had someone to sit and talk to us.
Yeah.
And explain like how we doing different things, talking about desire, talking about karma. It didn't have anybody explaining to us what is, what sex supposed to be. I think, as a young guy coming up, you might thief and watch a porn or something, and that becomes your representation of what it's supposed to be like.
Yes. So, yes, I knew it, of course it would be. I guess she's talking about doggy. And Sonali is saying amen for yoga. Ariana is saying not everyone relationship life, sex life.
That is true. That is true. So, this is something to me. Now, we did speak about, when you're having a relationship, playfulness. Now, if you and your partner in that frame, it have a little chat, it could download, it have a board game. Listen, for the younger generation, and you don't know how to bring it up, you might say it. Listen, if you don't know how to make it fun, it boring, it have the board game. I'm telling you, it's hilarious. But it would break the ice and add the fun into the thing. Instead of everything being so serious, right? Because it's about desire, it's about pleasure. That come like somebody eating an ice cream and they eat ice cream for 10 years and they love ice cream. And they take that first little spoon. You realize how somebody will savor that. If they have their favorite food, they eat it for a long time. And it's in front of their face. Me, cheesecake, right? I will take my time and take that fork and pass it through the cheesecake and put the fork in my mouth and close my eye yes. She can't be shaking she had. Right? I think that is a representation of what the teachings, where the place they want you to enjoy the moment.
Yes.
To look for 22 wrongs and you enjoy the first 5 minutes in wrong one. Why you want 10 wrongs when you can't even enjoy the first 5 minutes in wrong one? So enjoyment of every movement.
Yes. So we are going to the WhatsApp.
I don't know why, Sherry, you gotta be smiling.
Greetings, mortals. This is Trevor G visiting your planet and enjoying it. Yeah, guys, I just calling to tell you all a wonderful night and enjoying the topic here tonight. I'm not going to say too much. I'm just learning right now.
Lord, big up yourself, Trevor G. Yeah. It's a mission, not a competition.
Yeah, we have another voice note.
I'll be here and you're watching Real Talk Live.
Never gets old.
Okay, Mr. Lion. I understand the yoga part and the different stretches, and I think I could get into that. But anyway, doggy style, I never thought that it was part of it because I always thought it was a kind of ghetto.
No.
Where the guys would just grab a girl in some, bathroom club or something and just have a quick session. I always thought that is how it created.
It's work.
It's very interesting to know that doggy is a part of this conversation.
Yeah. And I think when we looking at the philosophy of the position, that's why I always would lean to yoga, not because I try in a PG-13 thing, big up Makin on life, right? Is that when you understand placement, and as you rightfully say, in your mind you thought it was something, but that's a quick kind of ghetto, kind of not, because it's how it is used. Right? The placement. Kama Sutra teaches you the placement of the organ. I could run this thing without even being vulgar. Right? The placement. Now, we all know the style which is done. But it's the placement of the organ that determines the feeling. Now, there are young ladies with a low womb, right? So your placement has no need to be all the way in like China. And as Abby said, the slam and the bam. Now, some people like that. But you have to know where your placement is. Kama Sutra, using the philosophy in that particular style, which is doggy, the Kama Sutra aspect of doggy style is missed because they don't understand the placement. They just doing the motion. So that's why you would have in your head that the motion and it is not, but it's the placement. So Kama Sutra is the philosophy of doggy. So if you was to have the philosophy of that position, then it would be her and you placing. Because if it's a guy and you're well endowed, or it's a strong guy and she has a low womb, you can injure the young lady. You could injure the partner. Why you going with the intent of injury? We have a warped understanding of what sex is. So you go in with the intent, we ain't training you, let me be real, I mash it up. I beat it out. How much are we hear these phrases? I beat it out, I mash it up, I dig it out. Think about the words you're using. You think about it. Kama Sutra is the form, the placement. It is the art of doggy and nothing to do with this. That's no art, that's somebody poking a nail. When you place it, moving forward.
Yes, people, so that was lion, nothing you know. It's the placement and the ponging of a nail. Yes?
Moving on.
Yes, so I mean, you have a strong connection, and there are some. The other move is position. It's the pretzel dip. Pretzel dip, and it gives you the perks of doggy, and you can also gaze in your partner's eyes while engaging in the pretzel.
So move number 2. So first move was a general move. We understand that move. It's very common. It's doggy style. Very nice. And the other move is pretzel dip.
Yes.
Right? And we will be placing the links in the description for you guys now to view what it looks like.
Yes.
So the pretzel dip is an alteration of the doggy style,
yes,
where the person now can gaze back at you.
Yes.
This is a twist.
Yes.
Augment. You see the hip now? Now remember I spoke about the hip flexion. So the pretzel dip, both of your hips face that way, and then she is now able to turn.
Yes, so it gives you, so in the regular doggy, unless you are in a mirror, then you can have that different connection, right? But the pretzel dip, yes, it gives you that doggy style effect, as well as the opportunity to connect and gaze. Some people love to, look at their partner.
So if you're looking at this on YouTube, feel free to hit that notification bell, subscribe. If you're looking at this on Facebook, like and share this live. PG-13, but yet parental guidance is advice.
Yes.
Yes, moving forward into the positionings. So we had the doggy.
The pretzel
and
dip.
the pretzel dip. Moving forward.
Next, we have the the lotus.
Chica, go ahead, go ahead.
No, but you
Give us
are
the
the,
explanation.
All right, so as lions, this position will allow you and your partner to face each other. That's one. And it will bring you, much closer. I like to use my hands, people. It will bring you closer. So imagine a lotus and your partner is, coming in to make that connection with you. It's like a bird or a bee getting the nectar in that
Eloquent.
position.
Moving. So it's with the legs wrapped.
Yes.
So the I really believe that people have done this position before, but they did not know what the name was. And they did not even know it stemmed from Kama Sutra. So the third move is the It is the female facing, well, they all facing each other, and the legs is wrapped around as a lotus. So you see, I went like this. So it is like a lotus. So she is sitting, the legs is wrapped, you all are close together. I surely didn't know that. All who didn't know, it's just like, that's what others do. These are beginners moves for Kama Sutra to help. So first was the doggy, second was the pretzel dip, and now we're on to the
Yes.
Shanti.
Yes.
Moving on.
We have also the cowgirl's helper.
Cowgirl, I know we cowgirl and up in India.
So you hear the word cowgirl, so that is self-explanatory. And then we have the helper, that's also self-explanatory. And the helper will...
So all who want Chica to explain what is the cowgirl helper, right? Or if you all want to Chica to explain what that move is, so you all could understand it. She says self-explanatory. Oh, cowgirl is self-explanatory.
Yes, so let me tell you how it is. Right. So we have the cowgirl, female, and then we have the helper, who is the male.
Right.
Right. So the helper will lie down with knees bent, and the cowgirl, of course, she's now...
Right.
Yes.
All I get?
Yes.
But where's the back facing?
So the back... because I'm not finished. Right, so the cowgirl's back will be facing the legs.
Right.
And it will be like a up and down.
So now we get it understand. So in the comment section or in the WhatsApp section, feel free to place if you have ever done any of these moves, you didn't know what the name was, and you didn't even know it was a Kama Sutra basic move. Put it in the comment section.
Yes, so we are going to WhatsApp.
We're here and you're watching Real Talk
And
Live.
Chica vibrant in this talking.
Miss Chica, do you say pretzel? And I started to feel hungry. But anyway, I'm glad it's not the pounding of the nail, because I think I'm too old for that rubbish. And I think it's the motion in the ocean. I think I rather the motion in the ocean than the sides of the boat any day. And I think it would be wise, to get someone who is also interested in this type of art form to contribute with, not contribute with, because I don't know, these guys nowadays, I don't think they'll be interested in learning new, new special form of art, as Lion would say. I think them just want the slam bam and daga and get over with it, instead of, this intimate thingy. Oh my.
Yeah. So it is lacking in our relationships. Burn Team is about mental fitness, emotional fitness, physical fitness. So we would always take the route of, in the sense of, you're always learning. Yes? And as we're going through these positions, again, placement, that's why the hips are very important. Even in the lotus or the Om, the hips would play the role. Now, if your partner has tight hips, you have to kind of help to ease the hips. And what you would see happening is that the hips would open up. And as the hips open up, the feeling and the sensation would be better because of where the organ would be placed when she sits. The other one was cowgirl. And the helper, when your knees are raised, it causes everything is in the hips, understand this. It causes your hips to slightly be tilted. So when the hip is tilted up and the cowgirl sits with her back facing the cowboy or the helper, right? Where the organ is placed upon entry, it gives the partner a totally different feeling because of where the organ is placed.
Yes, so we are going to the message board.
Tell her the name of book,
and
This is my book. This is my book.
Today is V from Tennessee's birthday.
Who is willing to sing happy birthday for V on a voice note on Real Talk Live right now? Let's send the voice note as V birthday. So send some hearts from Tennessee. Happy birthday, V, man.
Yes, a happy birthday.
So I'll wait, Trevor G. Sing happy birthday for V from Tennessee on the WhatsApp. Today is her birthday. Yeah, man. Much love, V.
So, we have Sonali saying, amazing how many never knew these simple positions are from the Kama Sutra.
You see, the thing is, we want to get, if there's one thing we want to get out of the live, especially coming to Kama Sutra, is that it's not the position, it's the philosophy. So as soon as somebody hear Kama Sutra, they jump on the vice. But it is the philosophy in which the action is done that gives it the energy. Yeah. So you could be in the Om position, but because posturing and your hip and you need to get, it's coming closer. Yes. Remember, Sutra is stitching together. Sutra, when you're Sutra in a womb, all whose nurses, I ain't seen the nurse on the live. All who's Sutra in a womb, you're coming closer, you're stitching. You're stitching. Stitching means to get in and twist and connect. Right? So you need the placement and the looseness and the vibration. And that is the Kama Sutra, not the position. So when people saying, I done the Kama Sutra last night. No, that's not it. Because it was in doggy style, that don't mean you was practicing Kama Sutra. Well, we understand this thing. Because you was in the Om position, she sit down on top of your lap and she bouncing while, like if she on a pogo stick. That's not Kama Sutra. That's not Om. That's not the Om position. Right? That's not Om. Om is oneness. When you hear Om, all the yoga people, all the meditative people, Om is that you make it. That is the vibration of the universe. The sound Om, the moon. So ladies moon, but what they're really doing is Om. We say moon. What you want your partner to do is Om. I tell you, I was inside this thing. Because Om is the vibration of the universe. And in Kama Sutra, when you stitch yourself together with your partner in that Om position, you could have 25 rounds in a second, you know. Because when you get into that place, it have no time. So I want you all to get this. All the time, people, now don't feel you're stuck around, don't get caught up. But what I'm saying is that it is beyond time. It is beyond wrongs. It is beyond what we hearing and trying. It is beyond that. When you get into home and the partner, you and your partner go to a place, you know what time it is? When you intertwine properly, you start 5 o'clock. You are checking wrongs. What's the time? After 11? And 2 all like, die the time 2 o'clock. Listen to me. You know why? And you know you're having fun? When you get into that place, time is no reality anymore. And when all you come out, you come like a diving now. You got the place dark. And it was 1 o'clock we start. And we start. Where's the time? After 10. And we start 1 o'clock. You understand what I'm saying? When you get in and you stitch, you sutra yourself. Right? And all you get in there, all you don't know what time it is, you know. All you don't know if it's 5 o'clock or 10 o'clock. Because now you're in a place where time is not relevant. So I'm not saying to the wrong people. What I'm saying is you have a wrong mindset. It has no way you could check wrongs when you're in a different world. When you're in a different world is when you come back, you check any time. You will check any time while it's going on. If you checking wrong, that means you're waiting for something that never gonna come. So when we say sutra, sutra means to stitch together, to come together, to bind. And then from there, you go to a place.
Yes.
Moving forward.
Yes, so we have on a message board, V from Tennessee saying, when two souls intertwine. And she said, Kama Sutra takes you to so many levels of intimacy. And we have Miss Greenwich on the live. Good night. And she said, you're preaching. Sometimes you can't even recall when you started.
That's my point. So for the people who talking about wrongs
and distance,
all you know what they're talking about. Because once you get into that vehicle, the Kama Sutra is a vehicle. And when that door closes, you ain't no day from night. You don't know day from night. So people all they need to search for that kind of vibration. Get off that old carriage all you're running on and try to put yourself forward. Message board.
Angel is asking, who does check the time before they start?
Well, boy, yeah, I thought people that check. It has some people on the live talking about 25 wrongs and things, you know. So them checking. Wrong 1 start, wrong 2, wrong 3. There is a boxing match in it. Long time we used to talk about wrongs, boy. You see, these is things is when you don't understand. It's where you're at a place in life. I was at that place. All of us was at that place in life where we only thought if I last 5 hours, if I, as a stunner, as a whatever you wanna call me, as a gunman, as a gondoliero, you dig? Right? No, because we didn't have anybody to teach us. So in school, we thinking, what boy? We rip it up. And yeah boy, and they got bounce. Yeah boy, yeah dog. You beat it out, boy. You mash it up. See the bounce there? That is when we were immature in this world. You can't love somebody and want to fulfill the desires and then you trying to damage them. For what reason, I don't know, to go back and tell your friends, boy, I beat it out. How much wrongs? 50 something wrongs. You don't even know what wrong consists of, but you calling numbers. These are wrongs. You know? Our wrongs could last 5 hours, you know. Our wrongs could last 8 hours. Our wrongs could last whole night. 1 wrongs. So again, we edifying and we educating and we empowering because you want people to have fruitful relationships. If it's a sexual relationship you have, I don't think any woman would like a guy to come put the leg on top the shoulder, stretch it back further than they could stretch themselves and injure them because they're trying to outdo what their partner said they do last week. I don't think it have a female on the life rather feel like that, or they want to feel, as Miss Grenade said, taken to a place where time means nothing. Moving forward.
No. It is really funny because the next move is actually the G whiz. And it requires the legs going up on the shoulders.
Yeah. I know why I say that. So Chica is going to explain to us, not graphically, what is the G whiz position in Kama Sutra. I'm taking a drink. I feel like I get a bow. Tender, yeah. Man.
So, the G whiz.
Oh, quiet, she said, the G whiz.
Yes. Is where the what?
Is where?
The legs, the both legs
You
go
said that word.
upon
Upon.
the shoulders. And it brings the connection even
Stitch. Sutra.
deeper, tighter. And as Lion mentioned, the hips, very important. So people, when it is, you're doing, different things and you may want to try something new, you have to know your partner. So it's not just, as Lion said, but you're going to put the
Yes.
the foot up on the shoulder.
Yes.
You have to know the distance that the person can go.
No. Message board.
We have,
I'm waiting on
like
somebody.
I said, failure.
Somebody supposed
Let's have
to.
times for that, not all the time.
What is that?
I guess he put in the feet up on the shoulder.
Nobody. I'm waiting for the happy birthday song, Trevor G. Yeah.
And Trevor G like you disappear. Yes, you
Right. Right. So again, I made mention of the tightness in the hips. Right, the tightness in the hip area. Right. So you must know. Well, if your partner is 6'1", and you had to know the range where to put. You have to be mindful that is your partner. It's not it's your partner you're dealing with, and everybody's range is different. The G whiz. Vigorously. So, for the guys out there, TV land, the G whiz would play an integral tool in the satisfaction. Now, there are ladies that are wide set. So, fellas, I had to read and spell for you. Right? There are ladies that are wide set. You know what I mean? Me not as tight as, some. Right? So, the range of motion in the leg and the distance of the hip would assist you in getting to that spot with less. Right? So it would be nice. So that's why the stretching again, you see. Then she know, nah boy. She might start to do a little stretching and thing because again, it is hip flexion. And the more the foot could go back, the tighter the stitch, the sutra. The tighter the sutra, the tighter the penetration would be. Yes? So the G-whiz is very integral in getting to the G-spot, especially girls who are wide set, and for guys who seeing problems getting to that area. Maybe she has a little weight, maybe she has, everybody not, slim and, she has a little weight, that would help. Because what happens is because of the weight, sometimes you don't get the angle right. So it is easier now in the GWiz to get to that place better, more efficiently. So in the comment section or in the WhatsApp section, feel free to tell me if I didn't even know that the leg on top of the shoulder was a move from Kama Sutra. I have a name. Yes, people just throw leg up there. I just had that. All who didn't know that was a move from Kama Sutra. These are 7 basic Kama Sutra moves to help you on your journey of pleasure.
So next we have the Magic Mountain.
Aye, Chica, go that girl demo.
Yes.
Next time we do a Kama Sutra, I'll do it outside. I'll have some demo. Demonstrations. And for those who now coming on the live, it's Burn Team and the topic is Kama Sutra.
Yes.
Feel free to place in the comment section what Kama Sutra means to you. We have the WhatsApp section where you can leave your voice notes and you could call in. Shika will now say the number for the millionth time.
So the number is 1-868-346-0730.
And this topic keep in time, boy.
Yes, so you can either send a voice note or make a call, say your name, you're watching Real Talk Live, and say what you have to say. So, the Magic Mountain.
Before anybody know what the Magic Mountain is, if anybody could either send a voice note and explain what Magic Mountain is, the move in Kama Sutra, you could send it in your voice note or you could leave it in the comment section. Anybody knows what is Magic Mountain? Who can tell us what is Magic Mountain? That position in Kama Sutra. Anybody? Anyone? Okay, Chica, go ahead. I don't think they know.
Well, we didn't give enough
I think
time.
they know still. Go ahead.
Right. So the Magic Mountain is where both parties face each other. Yes. And their knees are bent. It's like a scissoring movement. And then they come together with their forearms back. You know? Yeah.
We
Facing each
do,
other.
so all the people on Burn Team who has come to the wrong too, we strengthen that part of our arms.
Yes.
So Mrs. McCalman, you could see the value in having that strength because it helps in Magic Mountain. Yes, Magic Mountain is also used for lesbians. Magic Mountain is a move commonly used by lesbians. Fun fact. Yes, because it is a scissoring, so you all know the scissors. Right? So that is called Magic Mountain with the hands back. Yes, and it is used by that community. I ain't seen V from Tennessee, but V would have known about Magic Mountain. That is a common move in that arm of the law. Thought you all didn't know that. Moving forward.
Moving forward.
Message board?
No, nothing on the message.
Right, so we move it for hey. We're going on your way.
Yes. So, next, we have nothing inside the message board, nothing in the WhatsApp as yet, right? But the next move is the chairman.
So, anybody want to explain what the chairman is in Kama Sutra? Anybody? Anyone knows what that move consists of? No one knows. Let's go, Chica.
But you didn't give them a chance.
Let's count to 5. 4. No one knows. Let's go.
No, like, you know? So it wouldn't have enough time. Yes.
Message board.
Message board. You're saying, my God. This is Alison Babwa.
Who's that?
I know who it is.
Big up Mrs. Babua on the live, and we are very much tastefully discussing Kama Sutra. And for those who missed it, Kama means
desire, pleasure, love, or sex.
And Sutra means
thread.
Stitching together.
Yes.
Sutra in the womb. Moving on.
Yes, the chairman.
The chairman. No one knows. Let's move
How
forward.
you know that? Yes, the chairman.
Then we'll be Googling it on the food.
Very, very, some people may consider it simple, some people may not.
Chairman.
Right? So we see lion is sitting on a chair.
That's correct.
Yes, and someone will now sit on the chair along with lion.
With the back facing
the person's face.
So tell me, people, if you all did not know that the chairman was actually a Kama Sutra move. So somebody sits in the chair, and then the partner sits on top of him with her back to his face. Chairman. An actual Kama Sutra move. And all these moves people doing and thinking, well, hey, they didn't know that this is where it come from.
So we see Angel said I.
Angel always chairman.
Angel said I.
Blessed love. Right? So, yes.
Sonali said she knew.
Uh-huh.
Abby, what it says you never knew, is it that you never knew what the chairman is, or that it is a Kama Sutra?
Did you not know
position?
that it was a Kama Sutra position in the book? People, so if you're interested in the board game, I am not selling it. Go on Amazon. But really, the board game is nice. I mean, if you have a partner and you all trying to bring, something fun.
She said both. She didn't know what the chairman was.
Okay, cool.
And she didn't know.
Yeah, it's fun. The board game is nice, right? It will help, to loosen some of the things, and it kind of brings you, playful, back to the playfulness. You know what I mean? It's fun. If you're uptight doing Kama Sutra moves, it don't really work out. So be kind of loose and sip a little glass of wine and mellow your vibe. Right? So people, this was our brief dissertation on Kama Sutra. We gave you guys the meaning, the orientations, the vibrations. And in our relationship sexually, it's good that we think about putting yourself in a instead of trying to maybe beat out or damage or go that way, because it is a perverse mindset to have that a young lady or even a young man that is the only, it will get stale. Some people say they like it rough. Doing that for like 5 years or a year, it gets stale. A lot of stuff gets stale after a while, right? So it's good to mix things up and have the spark. Sometimes people say they're missing the spark in the relationship. So
Yes.
So what is the topic for the next Real Talk Live? Miss Greenwich, tell me the topic for the next Real Talk. Abby, what for the next Real Talk Live? No, actually it's Real Talk Extra.
Real Talk Extra.
What we do it for the extra, Miss Bartholomew, Chica J, Mrs. McCallman, Angel. Tell us what is the topic for the next Real Talk Extra this weekend, hopefully.
We have
Message
Abby
board.
saying, I think you guys need to do some classes to teach us.
So, there's a Facebook room. There's a Facebook live. I concur. Who concurred? Who concurred? This is good.
Greenwich.
You concur? There's a Facebook private room. So what is the next topic? We want to know, Chica, how you feeling? How you feeling? What is the topic? Come on, people. Mrs. McCallman. Mrs. McCallman was the person who suggested Kama Sutra, eh?
Yeah. Remember
Positions, sexual
yeah.
positions.
In our aerobic session.
In our aerobic session, this was one of the topics brought up in our aerobic session. So yes, people, can debate on it and see what will be the next topic for Real Talk Extra. So it's a mystery until you see it up here on Facebook.
Yes.
So it's your boy Lion.
And then Gil Chikachi.
Kama Sutra is an art form. It is a mission. It is a vibration. It is a technique. It's burn team.
Yes.
We God.